All right, good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host WD. WD, it's a showdown tomorrow night, fam. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, man! I have no choice to be ready, man. The Saints have a chance to actually be tied in the division after this horrific start. I mean, thanks to the whole division has been butt cheeks. So with that being said, we still got a chance to be excited. So yeah, I'm ready to roll, man. Let's talk about it.
Big facts. Who That Nation, I hope you guys are having a wonderful on Sunday night. I know it's a long work week for some next week, but hopefully our New Orleans Saints can start off the work week on a great note. Tomorrow night is the showdown versus the Baltimore Ravens, and that's what the show is going to be about tonight. So we're just going to break down the upcoming matchup, give our thoughts and opinions, and then give our score predictions, and that'll be all for tonight, Who That Nation. But welcome. Let's go ahead and get to this chat and welcome the ones that's already typing in. Shout out to JT. JT in the building. Who that to you? Shout out to the OG in the building. Shout out to James Smart. Said who that to you, fam? Yeah, Jerry, I feel you on that. I should have known not to even trust them anyway, man. The way we trusted them last year, we thought they was gonna, win the game for us, get us in the playoffs. They didn't do it. So yeah, I should have known not to give them any type of trust. Um, but it wasn't, we just now going over the halfway point in the season. So we got a lot that we can control in this division. Everything is neck and neck. So, but yeah, I was leaning on them to win the game, and once again, just another disappointment. But it is what it is. We got a chance to hold on. We don't gotta depend on nobody. We go out and do our part. We don't gotta do this at the end of the year. So while the division's stagnant, we got a chance to grit our teeth, and eat. So, like I said, this upcoming matchup tomorrow night, hopefully our dogs go out there and continue what they did against the Raiders. Hopefully that wasn't no fluke game. Hopefully that's a start to, smash my football, what we accustomed to seeing from our defense and offense. But before we get into tonight's matchup, obviously it was some disappointing, shocking news to star wide receiver Michael Thomas. He had to have surgery on his toe, so obviously the toe injury was far more serious than what we have thought. We thought it was gonna be a few weeks and he got back, but obviously he gonna need season-ending surgery on his foot. So we can just give our thoughts on this, then we can get into the matchup. But WD, do you see Michael Thomas returning for the New Orleans Saints in 2023?
That's really hard to say. I mean, we talk about him returning for one season. I could definitely see Saints taking a chance on him, you know. But I honestly don't know, CB. I don't. I would like to because I mean I would hate to give up on him. It's not like this man wants to be hurt, you know. It's not like he doesn't want to play for this team. You see him on the sideline showing passion, wanting to get back out there. Y'all seen how he was feeling to play, you know. He's been ready to play, man, and it's just unfortunate that he got hurt, you know. This man is very competitive, man, and I just wish fans understand, you know, it is what it is, man. He stayed hurt, man. And really, I mean, if we gonna go further into it, man. I mean, I don't want to go ahead of myself and talk about how like just going back to the what the doctors probably told him as far as a misdiagnosed, just putting him out there. Like, was he ready to go back out there week one? I don't want to you know put that into turn that into a conspiracy or anything like that. But yeah, man, it's really tough, man. But we'll just have to see if Saints, you know, take a chance at him for another season. I mean, really, I mean, it's best to do that since to avoid taking a huge cap hit. So I mean, we'll just see, man. We'll just see. I really would like to see him out there for at least one more year. And whatever happens, if it doesn't work out, then it is what it is, man. We'll just have to move on from him, man. But I'm gonna just remember the good days with MT, man. He was a dog, man. It's just a very, very unfortunate situation.
Right. Well, man, I wish a speedy recovery for Michael Thomas, man. It's like you said, it's not a situation to where you can question, his love and passion for the game. We seen, he been trying to bust his ass off to get back out there on the field. And when he did play for us, and especially that Atlanta game, he was the driving force to getting this offense back on track. Those two touchdowns going up against, the media said this guy was like that, AJ Terrell. Well, the guy that they said like that, Mike was going to work on him. So he definitely showed that he still got some all pro play in him left. Um, so yeah, far as the cap hit stuff like that, I think it'll cost too much to, you know, release. Well, I'm not even gonna say release. 'Cause they're not gonna do that. The only way he won't be a part of this team is if they trade him, and I kind of find it hard. I think it's gonna be hard to try to move on from him. So I think, the contract they gave him, they just gonna have to at least, try to, bring him back one more year and see, if he can, avoid any major injuries. That's just kind of the deal he's under. Because I doubt any other team is going to trade for him, just knowing, his timeline of injuries. It's basically it was 2 seasons, then he came back 2 games, and now he's out again. So you can basically say about 3 seasons he hadn't been out on the field. So what team want to take up that cap hit, that cap space, for a guy that hasn't been on the field like that. So just looking forward to having them back next year. I mean, but it just goes to show, man. I'm glad they hit the nail on Chris Olave, and I'm glad Chris Olave is out here eating, because if we wasn't a went receiver, we wasn't a went receiver. We probably would have went, if we would have went like a quarterback. I'm just hypothetically speaking. If we didn't go at receiver early like that, and get a dog like Olave and showing, yeah, we'd have been having some huge issues, moving forward. But just say if Mike doesn't work out, we got us a number one receiver anyway, and Chris Olave. So, it just is what it is. I think Chris Olave, they're gonna have to move forward with him as being the number one. And then when Mike come back, Mike can just get in the fold and eat. But yeah, they're gonna have to, just look at Chris Olave as being the number one receiver moving forward. Because yeah, you can't keep waiting and waiting. I mean, that's kind of what it's been, unfortunately. But like you said, man, he been busting his ass. It's not his fault or not like that. And I just hope Saints fans don't, you know, don't start disrespecting them and stuff.
Too late.
Yeah, I mean stuff like, yeah, trying to disrespect the man. I mean the man trying to play, and he showed snippets when he got back out there. That he's been working his ass off. So I mean, I don't get some of that stuff. We know what we done with one guy, we let go. Everybody just hopped on him, and now he arguably, playing the best safety ball in the game of football. And the guy switched positions as soon as he went out there. But we not, we ain't got to get into that. But you know, guy switched positions, and he, leading the league in interceptions. So I mean, I'm just saying we just gotta, just be careful how we just hop on to somebody. If somebody not performing well, that's one thing. But if a man trying to play ball, I mean, it, injuries, it's undefeated. Honestly, it's undefeated in the game of football. You're gonna get injured some type of way. It just depends on the severity of the injury. So, but that's that, man. Just wanted to get that out the way. With Mike, looking forward to seeing him next season. But I'm glad we got a dog and Chris Olave and he hopefully this guy is stepping up. Hopefully this is something that's promising in him. Hopefully, he can just keep building and building. And hey, we have us a little young duo, up and coming. But yeah, once again, shout out to Mike. So let's go ahead and get into this matchup. Obviously, I think the focus of this game is gonna center around Lamar Jackson. So we can just start on our defensive side. Cam Jordan, Mario, they done came out and said honestly, um, Lamar Jackson is really well, honestly, with me, he's going to be the determining factor on how the offense drives in this game. So we've been having trouble stopping Lamar Jackson. So WD, do you have any hope in our defense containing Lamar Jackson? Do you think that Raiders game came at a good time to at least give our defense some confidence and a little bit of swagger going into this game?
Well, look, if we're going to talk about good luck and good timing, I mean, you got to look at the injuries for the Ravens. You know, they're going to be without Bateman. They're going to be without
Hmm.
the tight end Andrew. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, talk about good timing. Look, we've struggled with mobile quarterbacks. The Saints defense, that's who they struggle with. Even when they were, almost Super Bowl ready level. Um, yeah, and the problem is Lamar is the best of them. It is what it is. So,
Right.
look, man, at the end of the day, we're gonna need some type of containment on the quarterback. We're gonna need somebody to spy on him. We're gonna have to play the run because I mean, look, even looking at besides the fact that we got to face Lamar, I look at those running backs and really they number one running back won't be out there. But it's the speedy guys that the Saints struggle against, like a Kenyon Drake. He can break one. His burst of speed, man, he can break one. And that's what I'm really worried about, him and Lamar. And you can even throw in Justin Hill at that. Justice Hill at that. So I mean, when it's all said and done, man, they're gonna have to play the run really, really well. They're gonna have to contain the quarterback, make sure he don't get out. Um, the defensive ends, they're gonna have to set the edge. Yeah, P1 is going to have to play as great as he's been playing this whole season, along with Demario. So that's all. Pretty much. I mean, we can say what we want to say. They're just going to have to execute.
But I see we got Uptown in the building. Uptown was good, fam.
What's going on, fam? What's good with you? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can.
we can hear you, fam. So
Man,
basically, we just talking about our defense going up against Lamar and company on that offensive side. So what's your thoughts on that side? We got problems with mobile quarterbacks. So how you think we looking?
that's these are the kind of games that bother me a lot. And playing against this team bothers me a lot. We don't have a high success rate against Baltimore. Not in our history. And I came in on what Dub was saying. Dub was absolutely right. They're gonna have to play discipline within their lanes, within their rushing lanes, man. Because this dude is dangerous. I mean, very, very dangerous. You can't let Lamar Jackson, man, get outside the pocket. If you guys are looking at what the hell, Joe Burrow did to us, and what Mariota was doing to us, this dude is that times 10. They got to be very disciplined with him, man. They got to force him to throw the ball. Yeah, they got to make him throw the ball. That's how we gonna beat them. Otherwise, if this dude running around, man, we in trouble. I'm telling you that right now.
Right.
And we're going to have to push them to run the football. But if they, even though they run the football, that's what they do. I'd much rather take, trying to figure out how to stop their running game rather than trying to figure out how to stop Lamar Jackson from running around. And lately, he looked like he's been throwing the ball better too. This is gonna be a very, very difficult game, man.
Right.
And the fact that we still ain't got Marshawn, so he must be hurt a lot worse than what we thought. I don't know what the hell he did on that play, man. Where I thought he might have got the wind knocked out of him or something. He was holding his abdomen and stuff. I don't know, man. So
man.
So
wait.
DB, you lining up Debo and Alante again?
Yeah, Debo and Alante. And Alante, he definitely starting to get trust, with the Who That Nation playing on the outside. So hopefully he can keep his good play up. And he won't be going up against Bateman. I'm not sure who he'll be going up against, but
likely Duvernay. I talk about speed with Justice Hill and Kenyon Drake as their other weapons as far as running backs go. But they got some fast guys out there. I think DeMarcus Robinson is banged up. He might not play. Don't quote me on that, but he is on the report. So I would say he's probably going up against Duvernay.
I'm not to be dismissive of their wide receivers or their passing game, but I'm most worried, man, about their running backs and that quarterback. If it comes down to us, and if we could beat, with their wide receivers and all that, man, then they just deserve to win. You understand? But if they beat us and stuff, man, running Lamar Jackson around and they running back gashing us, bro, that's unacceptable right there.
Right.
That's the stuff that's unacceptable. And what about this boy, that tight end that he like?
Now, he not playing. He out.
We're talking about Isaiah Likely.
Oh, you ain't talking about Andrews?
Yeah, I was talking about Andrews.
Oh, yeah, he's out. But on their tight end, their backup tight end, he looked good last week. Yeah, he's a bit different than Andrew, but he got that speed. And yeah, that's another guy we just gonna have to watch out for.
Yeah, well, you gotta watch out for him, man, because historically Lamar Jackson likes throwing to the tight end. You know what I'm saying? So whoever that dude is, that dude gonna be real busy.
Realistically, he's gonna be his top weapon. I mean, I brought up Duvernay, but he's pretty much gonna be the main factor. He's gonna be throwing the balls in him more often than any of those receivers. Mostly running backs and tight ends.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because that's what he like to do, man. He like to get the ball to the tight end. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what what's going on, man, with the offensive line and stuff like that. I heard one of them dudes might be injured. But that defensive line gonna have to play with the same enthusiasm and the same, cohesion and spirit as they played with last week. They can't just come back, and they just put up a game like that, and then come back here and get ahead. You know what I'm saying? We can't be having that up down, up down. See, that's what I was talking about last week. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the damn stock market. You know what I'm saying? You need to get up and stay up and start ascending to greater height, rather than the up down, up down.
Right. So yeah, basically, yeah, the ends they definitely got to keep containment on the outside. I mean, if he gonna scramble, let him scramble up through the middle, and hopefully, one of our linebackers can meet him before he start doing some damage. But yeah, just they got to keep the outside contained. They got to be smart. Excuse me, they got to be smart on that play action. Yeah, it's far more effective than Marcus Mariota doing it. Even Jalen Hurts. We know Lamar is quick, just like we already know, how Lamar plays and stuff. So we know this is, times 10 compared to Mariota. So I just hope the guys ready. Defensive line, if they do not show up, it's going to be a long night. They got to keep Lamar scrambling far as under pressure, not scrambling, getting yards, scrambling because he under pressure.
They need to bring him down too, a couple of times too, from Monday night. You understand? And the defensive backs, they got to be aware of that. If stuff breaks down, Lamar gonna be looking to take it down and run, and that's where you get gassed at, because then you don't see what he's doing because you got your back turned. You understand? So that defensive line, man, this is the game right here. They really need to show up.
Yep. Right. Get physical too, because as you can see, going back to last week's game when they played the Buccaneers, if y'all saw, it was taking it to Devin White, yeah. So it's just gonna be a physical battle anyway, they gotta be locked in, ready to go, because these dudes, they're not gonna just sit back and just mess around. This ain't the Raiders. That's the difference, So.
Yeah, that's true. You say this ball from the Raiders.
Right. So
we gotta approach this team, man, like it is, like this team, it's as good as it is.
Right. So the only player we missing on defense is Lattimore, right? Lattimore, I believe, is the only player that's not playing Sunday on the defensive side.
That would be correct.
So we pretty much healthy on that side of the ball. I'm comfortable with Alante filling in for Lattimore.
Well, I'm most comfortable, brother, and I hope that this don't come back to haunt us. I'm most comfortable with him playing in this game than any game he has played in thus far. You understand? Because he just last week, I wasn't too comfortable about him going up against Monty Adams, and I wasn't too comfortable about him going up against Hopkins either the week before that.
Right.
You gotta do your thing, Alante. You gotta do your thing, bro.
Doug Corleone definitely agree with this comment. We'll be fine on the back end. We just gotta keep Lamar in front of him. That's fact.
Yeah, and they gotta keep Lamar in front of him all game, bro. You can't relax on him, man, for 1 minute, right? Because the minute you relax, he's gonna hit you up, bro, and you're gonna get gashed. You understand? He ain't one of them cats that you can play like that with, bro.
Right.
Understand? They got to take him down to the ground too a few times too Monday night. Lamar need to see the ground a few times. That might affect him and shit. Already he won't run or whatever. Bang him out. Bang him out stuff.
Right. Expecting to see not better play, but a continuation of good play from Payton Turner. So when his number's called, I hope he, got them wheels ready to go to Lamar. 2 sacks last week. He got to keep it going. First round pick. The expectations is up here. Don't care nothing about how injured he's been. He got to continue what he's bringing on the field. He brought 2 sacks last week. Hopefully he continues.
It goes for Marcus and David. Marcus and David too.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, This defense getting that confidence in them, man. They can't come at a better time than tomorrow night. Bright lights on. We just seen what happened. Um, what Tampa? So Tampa look like they. This is a good boost win for them. So we gotta. It's gonna be a good boost win for us tomorrow night. We come out, play, get this W, and let's get it. So that's basically it on the defensive side. Defensive side, pretty much self-explanatory. Self-explanatory. We know Lamar. If we can contain Lamar, get him off his rhythm, the whole offense is pretty much finished.
We should win the game if we can disrupt Lamar Jackson.
Right. Shout out to AKA the scientist for the $2 super chat. Said Saint 2113. I hope so, fam. Hope so. I do send it be a low scoring game. Okay. Well, that'll do it on the defensive side. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Let's go to the offensive side. Um, let's start with Juice. I see a comment. Shout out to IMMK2. Said wonder if Juice playing tomorrow. I think we're getting Juice back out there tomorrow, fam. And now that Mike is out, it should be a 1-2 punch with Olave and Juice. And Juice, we know what he can do when he's healthy. So hopefully the man is healthy. Hopefully, he can eat when he get back out there. Excited to see him coming back.
This,
Don't get his chances.
this opens up opportunity for Shaheed too.
Right. The job is definitely gonna give us some good possession catches. That's what he do. He possession receiver, so he definitely gonna give us some good possession catches. That's really, how offense been moving about in the past game, and then we'll take shots when needed. So Andy Dalton, man, he had a good game last week. Hopefully he can continue this week. No turnovers last week, man. He continued that this week. We'll be in good position to win. Far as the running backs, Mark Ingram is out, so hopefully Dwayne Washington can provide us some great touches. I didn't see anything about Jordan Howard being moved up to the active roster, so I believe they're going with Dwayne Washington. I think Jordan Howard just there for insurance purposes, but yeah, Dwayne, you're gonna have to help AK out in the run game. Of course, Taysom gonna do Taysom. Hopefully they, ground and pound a lot. Let's not get too greedy in the pass game. Ground and pound. Let's just keep the offense flowing the way it's been flowing. Don't try to switch nothing up. And that's pretty good as far as the offensive line. Starting with Ram and Ruiz. Ram had a hell of a game. He shut out Max Crosby. Ruiz had a hell of a game. He's been consistent. Hopefully they can keep Andy Dalton protected, give him some good protection, and we should be good. They have been doing good protecting Andy, so offensive line, they keep everything afloat, man. We shouldn't have any issues. I know we got to deal with Marcus Peters and Humphrey, but I believe Jarvis gonna win some, and Olave, man, he putting his stamp, for the whole league to see that he here, and I definitely believe he's gonna win some of those matchups. He's probably gonna be up against Marcus Peters. But yeah, I definitely trust my receivers. And then you got Shaheed. Shaheed, continue to let his confidence grow. Feed him the ball. I do like with Shaheed how they, gave him some other type of routes. Not just trying to give him deep balls downfield. Not trying to make him one dimensional just because he can blow a top off of a defense. Don't give them some other type of routes. That's how you gonna fool the defense. If you got one guy just running one particular route, they gonna definitely know that's what he's running when he's going to the game. So Definitely looking forward to the offense tomorrow, man. Definitely looking forward. And welcome back, Jarvis. Hopefully he can stay healthy.
I wonder how eager those dudes are, man, of playing against, teams that used to be their division rival. Jarvis and Andy. What kind of wisdom can they impart on the team?
Well, Andy Dalton does have a bit of good history versus the Ravens. I don't want to say he's their kryptonite, but they've had some pretty bad games versus Dalton. So that's exciting, right? I mean, that's good to hear. So, I mean, hey, let's just see.
Yeah, I agree, man. Let's just see what's going on because Dalton might have good history against them, but this New Orleans Saints team, though. So
Right.
let's roll it up, man, and see what they do. Roll the dice.
You're right. For all Cesar Ruiz, um, like, come on now. Now we know when he wasn't playing well, the criticism was warranted and justified. It wasn't nobody hating on him or anything like that. I seen a lot of comments, just all around, talking about where the Caesar haters at. What nobody hating on Caesar. Everybody in the Who That Nation know that he wasn't playing well, his first 2 seasons in the league.
Caesar in himself, man.
Yeah. So this year he came out and he busting his ass off, and he's getting praised for that. He definitely gonna get praised for that. But let's not act like cats that just was hating on him. Like, come on now, you can't play that game. If somebody's not playing good, we're gonna get on them. And if they turn it around, he's a New Orleans Saint, so absolutely we're gonna praise that. Anybody that's in the black and gold, we want them to play great. We want them to be great. Same situation with Pete. His first few seasons when he was when he was getting whipped a whole lot. We was on him, and then he started turning it around. But yeah, man, I'm definitely ecstatic to see Ruiz balling out. But it's no hater. He deserved the criticism because he wasn't playing well his first 2 seasons. And we all seen that with our eyes. But this offseason, he got it together. Jory Evans came to training camp. Must have gave him some hella nuggets. Yeah, we definitely see a transformation in this Cesar Ruiz. And that's a good thing, man. Shout out to him. Yes, he's been playing great.
I hope he continue playing good like he's been playing too, man, for the rest of the season. And that shows that he has tremendous focus. But yeah, we like Caesar and all that, man, And don't make it look as if someone is hating on someone because we analyzing they play on the field. Ain't no hating going on over here, man. We love the Saints.
Right.
And therefore we love every player that plays for the Saints. Well, most of them, that is.
Right. I see a question right here from Whitley Jeremiah. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate the love on Facebook yesterday, fam. I seen it. Shout out to you. You said we just protect from Andy Dalton to throw the ball to AK, Chris Olave or Rashid on the field. That's the real offensive execution. What's y'all thoughts? Yeah, agree. Protect Andy. Throw dump passes off the AK. Whatever little route you want to give them. You want to put them in the slot, whatever y'all got designed for them. Of course, we got to ground and pound with them. Alongside with Taysom, get Taysom his rushing attempts. Olave, yeah, we got to feed him the ball. We got Jarvis back out there, so we got some help, and then we got Shaheed. Let's get him some touches as well. So yeah, that's basically the execution. Keep Andy protected. Andy going, He gonna serve the game pretty well. He not gonna take too many risky attempts. We should be good. We should be good.
Yeah, that dude Shai should have to get some more playing time because this dude can take the top off the defense. And he's seemingly like he's a threat to score the ball and to score with the ball every time he gets it.
Right.
So he definitely needs to get some more minutes.
Yeah, facts.
If anybody. But
Right.
it's going to really boil down to who that nation. Simple execution. You understand, avoiding mistakes and penalties and stuff. And then if Allen got to coach his ass off, man, against hardball. Because believe it or not, that dude is a pretty good coach.
Yeah.
For quite some time, people just don't give him no props.
Hey man, you can attack this Ravens secondary. I'll tell you that. The fact that they missing Marcus Williams. I had to think. I can't believe I had to think about his name, man. Marcus Williams. Yeah, the fact that they missing him, and I mean, Ravens secondary hasn't been that great, but they are opportunistic. So as far as takeaways go, they got Marlon Humphrey. He hasn't been A1, but he's still exceptional. Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters he's on the injury report. I'm not sure if he's going to be out there, but we just got to protect the ball. They got some guys coming back off the injury as well. So looking at the linebackers, they just got Roquan Smith. So I'm very curious to see. AK has had some success versus Roquan when he was with the Bears, by the way. But just to point out their linebackers as a whole, they got some guys coming back that they just activated. They got some fast guys. They got some. I would say they got some at least solid edge rushers, man. I think they got a rookie out there who's never played yet. Calais Campbell, I'm not sure if he's playing. He's a good vet. So I'm just very curious to see. We just got to make sure we're taking care of the football, though. I don't want this to look anything like the Cardinals game. Yes, we can score points, but just knowing how Ravens, they play football, they're going to be trying to punch the ball out. They're going to be trying to intercept the ball if we're not careful. So when it's all said and done, bro, just play mistake-free football.
Right. And I think Calais Campbell not playing. Yeah, I think they ruled him out.
I'm glad.
Right. Well, I just put the link in the chat. We can take a few calls before we wrap the show up. But before we get started with that, shout out to RG that dude, a bad man, for the $4.99 super chat. He said not to get off subject, but what y'all think about what they should do with this team med stuff?
I figured that question was coming because by the way, shout out to RG, man. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, man, looking at the injuries right now, I just think we're in an unfortunate situation. I don't want to go too far and say, man, it's the conditioning team's fault, man. At least that's how I look at it. I don't know how y'all look at it, but
You have to realize, man, just that what kind of game they play. It's a very physical game.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, we had just got a new medical staff a few years ago when we went through that new debacle with Delvin Bro.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think that'll be the answer either. I think that's a combination of the players taking care of their body and the violent game in which they play. So you can only point the fingers so much at a medical staff, and that's just keeping it real.
That's true. Yeah, agree with that. Yeah, they addressed the medical staff. Yeah, after the bro situation, they addressed it. Got a new staff on there, so I mean, yeah, just I mean, I know that's kind of relating to the Mike situation. I mean, it's just unfortunate, man, that he's in and out like that. And I know we got some other guys that's down too, but I mean, it's just unfortunate. Yeah, the game of football, man, it's gritty. And far as that Marshall's case, I mean, the style of football he played. Dennis Allen is in your face aggressive type defense. So he's not out there playing zone, 50% of the time. About 80-90% of the plays he's in a defender's face. So, when you get physical every other play you out there defensively, that just raised the risk of injury, more than you're not in somebody's face like that. So
Man, Sean got hurt on the funny stuff.
when he going for a tackle or something, or he landed a certain way.
Oh, he landed a certain kind of way, and this was
Yeah.
after Tyler Lockett had bust out ass once again.
Oh yeah, I blame the rest of the secondary for that one. That's what pisses me off. But I ain't. Let me stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna hold off. Continue. My bad.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's basically what it is, though. I just think it's just unfortunate situations with individuals. I mean, it's unfortunate we had a lot of key guys on the injury report, but guys like I can't really defend like a Payton Turner or a Davenport when he was injured. Those guys, it was just that was just how their body was reacting. I don't think that had nothing to do with medical stuff. Um, but yeah, a few guys, it's just unfortunate that they got to get hurt like that. But
In Peyton
yeah, shout
case,
out to
in Peyton Turner case, he was kind of nicked up and stuff a lot when he was in college.
yeah Peyton Turner. I ain't making no kind of passing up for him. But we need to see more than what we seen last week, though. Fast. But shout out to you, fam. Let's go ahead and take this call, man. I see we got someone on the line. It seemed like it's the OG. Is this the OG? Was good?
Yeah, it's me, CB. What's up?
What's going on, man?
Good.
What's up, fam?
What's
Man,
happening?
what
Man,
you
what's on
got for us?
Well, few things I just want to address. Well, first of all, good to see you, CB and WD and Uptown. Shouts out to the chat. Just a few things I want to touch up on before Monday night. We saw the Falcons lose.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the punk ass Panthers lose.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been more completed if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost to the Rams, but they didn't. But I'm not gonna worry about that. At least two out of the teams I just named lost their games. That's
Yeah,
that's one that's one thing out the way. But number two, all we got to do as the New Orleans Saints go into this game Monday night against Lamar Jackson and these Baltimore Ravens, and if the defense did like they did last week against Oakland and play that same type of ball they played, where they didn't have no points, we can looking at 4-5 on Monday night. The offense do their job like they always do. If the defense do their job like they always do, as well as the special teams, we got this thing on lock. But the main thing we got to do, fellas, and everybody in the chat, is contain Lamar Jackson, because we already know what Lamar Jackson can do with them legs of his, with them feet of his. He will beat you in the run. I don't know about the passing, but the legs he'll beat you, and that's why the Saint defense gonna have to contain this man from getting loose.
you're gonna have to make him one dimensional. The best thing to do You know, the Saints gonna have to get up early on these people.
They have to be disciplined uptown.
Yep. They're gonna have to get up early, man, and eliminate their run game.
Yes, sir. We have to. We have to.
Otherwise, that play right into their hands.
Exactly. And I'm sure WD can agree with me when I say we just got to do what we got to do, and if they do all that, we'll be in good shape.
I certainly hope so because we need it, man. We need to start stacking some wins.
Yes, sir. Need to start winning games, man, because now it's wide open now.
Man, this division sucks so bad, man.
Some got to give.
That you know, any team that make any kind of a real run right now will win this garbage ass division.
Exactly.
You know, I hope that that we going on and make the cut.
Right.
That'll be interesting. Anything else you got, man? What you got, Junior? You got anything else to say, brother?
Nah, not a whole lot uptown. CB and WD, I'm just ready for Monday night and ready to beat these Ravens. That's all I got.
We ready to beat them too, man. No doubt, man. Thanks for coming through this evening, man, and spending time with us, brother. We appreciate you.
No problem, uptown. And hopefully next time I come on here, hopefully we'll come out with a dub and be 4-5 next time y'all do a show or a post game or whatever y'all have on y'all schedule. So whatever day y'all do it, I will be back and do a recap or whatever.
No doubt about it. We appreciate you, my man.
Same to you, uptown. CB, WD. Shouts out to the chat. Love you all. Let's get this win. Let's get this dub on Monday night. Who that?
Who that, baby?
Who that, fam?
For life. Let's get it.
Yeah.
I see we don't got any more callers, so y'all got any final thoughts? Any final thoughts, fellas?
My final thoughts is this, man. Look, just continue to play Saints football. Don't embarrass us on national television.
Facts.
You understand? And let's get this win, man. We can beat them. It's not like they can't be beat. It's just that they style of play, man, they ain't conducive to what we do. That's about it, man. Shout out to everybody, in the comments section. Everybody that's watching this. Shout out to everybody that super chat us today too, man. Like, comment, and share.
Facts. WD, you got any final thoughts, fam?
Hey, man, let's get this win. And this is going to be an intimidation game. We need to be the intimidators and not the prey. When it's all said and done, hit Lamar in the mouth, man. Hit that boy. For real. Straight up. That's all I got, CB. And shout out to all the viewers that came in.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. Be sure to hit that like button. Please like, subscribe, and follow the page. Tell a friend about podcast we got going, man. Pass the group over this way. But for tomorrow night, man, we gotta eat. We gotta eat tomorrow night. So just like Uptown said, please don't embarrass us, Saints. Please. We're on national TV. Please don't embarrass us. Other than that, we done laid out the recipe we think the Saints should do to be successful against these Ravens. As far as the post-game show, honestly, we will get together and see when we're available to do the post-game show. Maybe tomorrow night, right after the game, or maybe Tuesday. But if the fellas free tomorrow night, we can get right tomorrow night after the game. But just stay tuned for that. But that's basically it, Who Dat Nation. Once again, like, subscribe, follow the page. see you guys for the post game show. It's the WDN Chatline podcast, and we are out. Who that?
Who that, baby?
For life.